I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company. I lost almost my entire family in a few months. Why did they have to die? I must go to the dispensary. Maybe I will be able to make myself useful there.
The merchant is there.
Greetings, Your Excellency. The smoke from the bonfires renders the air unbreathable. They say the ambassador of Ptolemy sends his guard all around the city in search of...
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency. I must go home. My son is sick. To my help, and death to the others!
Ué, continua morto.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Continua morto.
Careful, Greenblood! You're wounded!
Não é. Continua morto. Mas, rapaz. Esse console vai pro saco.
Good day, good sir. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refuse to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent. And I'm only obeying orders.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain. It's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You're demanding a second payment but refuse to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
I don't think you understand who you're dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lord de Sardet, nephew of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion, theft. You know as well as I that the Congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That is a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise, without delay. Unless you'd rather your master is hung and that you finish your days in prison.
As you request, my lord. I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Now that's a wise decision.
Thank you. I was beginning to think this would never end. You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
Don't you worry now. You'll get your merchandise. Don't you worry now. You'll get your merchandise.
Mas rapaz, aí dá pra logo. Ó, pra fazer aqui. Eita. Agora dente.
Come closer now, good people. Don't be afraid. Come, celebrate the miracle of science. Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still, this little phial is the product of years of research. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you...
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now, I swear you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
Have you finally made up your mind?
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
I will think about it.
As you wish, but don't wait long. It won't last forever.
Hello, sir.
Have you finally made up?
Are there any nasty...
Darren?
I will think about it.
As you wish, but don't... Yeah!
To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Very sad.
Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, You don't have the right!
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
Good day, tavern keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories about Tirfredi.
Right. Even stories that my heaviest drinkers would have trouble believing. They say that man-trees live there. Dragons and gigantic creatures. Treasure abounds under every rock. And the source of it. Last night, some naughts even told. Ah, but you know the kind. If you ask my opinion, the drink was fueling their...
Has the Malachor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked. When the sickness began, people stopped going. And then, thank people were still... I also lost quite a few, but that's nothing new to you.
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye. Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Cansate che non buono.
There are some days when you'd rather get drunk all day than have to suffer through this again.
Adesso da pesce.
Locked. Locked. I don't have the key. I don't have the key. Locked. Locked.
Dai, tu una safada.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that has found you. Have you seen the mob that is gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he is the one who sent me.
Sahin? Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me, coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set off a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy, to criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners, making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor, they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace and earned Sahin's hatred. Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But
You don't understand. I fled. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder?
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. I mean, the mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you're hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, sir?
I'm sorry, but I don't trust you. I'm going to deliver you to Dr. Sahin.
Sir, I beg you to spare me.
I've heard enough. You're under arrest.
How unjust. I am finished. Sahin is going to throw me in the bottom of a deep cell, if not worse.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the Coin Guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated. He is hiding in a room in the Coin Guard Tavern.
Why didn't you have him arrested?
Angry citizens have gathered round the building. They have sworn to avenge themselves after discovering his fraud. I decided it better to avoid the mob. But if you wish to capture him alive, I advise you hurry.
Governor Buren will be happy to learn that a legate with great assiduity will soon be joining the island of Tir-Fredi. Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest present for your voyage.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
And what of your war with Thélème?
It has been dragging on. If those bigots... But
have you...
direct...
I need to be going. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Sir de Sade, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes. We were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tir-Fredi as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to... And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less, illegal. But this cargo must reach the island.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might... Thank you for your visit. See you soon. Welcome! It's such a... Have you seen anything to your liking? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Merda, que merda.
Welcome! It's such... Have you seen anything... Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
aqui, né? Clima. Esse fica cá pra ficar massa. Como o pai.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel.
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten it into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tirfredi. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest, will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurt. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office. When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure...
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you?
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? departure. My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but
That isn't the safest place in the city.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
happy to be of some help.
Be back soon, Captain.
Ô, cabecinha.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we cannot...
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure.
I'm still without news.
This Jonas.
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But
Might I have a word with them?
as you...
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking.
Take a look around. As long as they don't try and get on what I said.
A smuggler.
In the port jail, may I ask you, why the
Well,
sudden
also, I-
interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Não tem. Quer dizer, amanhã é. Meu Deus. Eu bebi aqui pra tudo, sério. Eu bebi aqui pra tudo, não tô te vendo. Cadê? Bate lá um. Não tô te vendo. Hã? Não, vou deitar agora não, tá vendo? Tá deitado que ele começou a te chamar, você tá vendo? Viu?
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Ptolemy's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a... And they were making... Feel free to carry... The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are proper.
Could you tell me anything about our destination? The island of Tyr...
It is a magnificent place. Wild. The natives have a relationship with their land and consider it safe. They're a very friendly people, welcoming. That will appear to you. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic creatures, but I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I've never strayed far from the ports.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become...
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is seaborn. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
What do you think of our port?
Are you referring to this one? It is the biggest high seas port, thanks to your prince, even though it remains part of your city. It holds a particular state. Certain zones are owned completely by us, and maritime law holds off it. It's a good port. Were it not for the Malachor, it would be a pleasant place to...
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Embora, embora. O cara frio. tô chegando em cima. Eles estão mexendo nas coisas. Para os controlados pelas facções. Prestar atenção do controle de facções saem da sua. Alguns lugares são proibidos. Uma roupa, peça de todos da facção, para investigar os básicos, ele pode ser fugir. Mas se algum avisar,
Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
To my help! And death to the others!
Vamos.
Things are about to get dicey!
Estou soltando. Oxi. Porra, bicho. Mostra o marinheiro, que é...
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave.
Pode falar com o cara a qualquer momento. Mas não tem nada pra falar. Beleza.
Here's the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
Opa, rapaz. Opa, rapaz. Como é que o cara é um nobre? Tem... Não posso saber se mais. Tem um monte de roupa paia, os caras é filho de marinheiro. A roupa é melhor.
If you wore a Naut uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in. Unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses,
Botas.
the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the
Uma
proper
bota, uma
ingredients.
bota pra
But it's
cheiro.
doable.
Luvas. Posso colocar mais. Papai. Acho que é tudo aqui pagando. Esse programa dele já é muito bom. Ah, agora sim. Esse casaco feio aqui. Legal que ele tava com roupa massa. Aí ele matou o primeiro bandido, pegou esse casaco velho que era melhor do que a roupa que ele tava. Qualidade, criação. É, agora vamos falar mais. Beleza, deixa eu ver mais. Capa velha. Centenário. E chapa não tem nada. É, deu uma melhorada aí no visual. Investindo já para os dados. Resenha de Pinheiro. Beleza, até com uma roupinha mais.
I've seen a few.
Are you the smuggler?
You snuck yourself in here just to ask me that question. If this is some sort of trick to get me to admit to some crime, you are truly twisted.
You can see for yourself that I'm no Nord. Come now. Are you the one I'm looking for?
I'm already locked up. What more do I risk? Yes, I am a smuggler. But I'm not the only one in this city.
I'm searching for a couple fleeing to Leme. They're trying to leave the city discreetly. Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine I'm going to answer you without getting something in exchange. I don't really think of my clients as kin, but I'd never betray any of them for free.
A real saint you are. How about your freedom in exchange for your loyalty? Tell me where I can find them and I'll open this cage.
That works for me. Your two Telemites are hidden in a warehouse behind this very prison. They must be waiting for me, but you might want to be quick about it. If the Nauts get their hands on them, they'll find themselves in this same cage.
Thank you.
Anytime. And these doors? You're gonna open them, right? Come on now. Let me out. You promised. Please. Snake! Traitor! Let me out of here! You can't just let me rot in here! Snake! Traitor! Let me out of here! You can't just let me rot in here! Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me.
E choramos.
I'll slip outside without being seen. Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
It's blocked. It's blocked.
Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
Que joguinho legal. Chapa rei do meus parceiros tá paia. Armazém. Opa, bom dia, tudo bom? Vai. Só pegar um negócio aqui. Não consigo abrir nada, mano. Os caras trancam tudo. Olha isso, tudo que eu perdi, todo mundo. Poção de mana. Fórmula alquímica de dano metal. Vamos lá, fórmula aqui. Olha um monte de coisa que eu tô perdendo. O capitão lá do navio é da facção. Falei com o cara, não deu nada. Aí eu vim tentar o cara. E esse cara quer que eu abrir.
Hello? What can I do for you?
We're the relay. You're dismissed.
Finally! We were starting to grow moss. Courage, me hearties. The path is clear. We should notify the men. They need all the time they can get.
Who is there?
May the Illuminated save us. Did the smuggler send you?
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison, but revealed to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition, then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Thélème so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it would provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of Saint Matthias. The one who returned to Thélème after traveling with his master.
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of Tir Freddy, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. The Eden of Saint Matthias.
And? What did you find?
Tir Freddy is without any doubt the land that our Saint Matthias and his disciples went to. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected to find.
In the original text, Saint Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced Saint Matthias to stay there.
It was written in black and white, and there is no doubt about it. The original was written in Lucius's own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written is written.
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the stake.
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could forget what you have discovered, perhaps.
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text, or anything else that would have pleased them.
It served no purpose. It's our lives they are after.
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
It doesn't sit well with me to send you to the flames. I freed your smuggler, and he'll certainly be in touch. He, or another member of his band. Be careful, and safe travels.
Oh, thank you, my lord.
You are a man of noble heart. May the Illuminated protect you.
Thank you for having heard us and helped. You are truly full of kindness.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart.
Captain, sir, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it. You won't have much time to move it.
Don't you be worrying now. We're off.
The warehouse is at the end to the right there. You can't miss it.
Move out. Quick steps.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
It pains me to inform you that the heretics you seek have fled.
Curse them! How could that possibly have happened?
Alas, these renegades have found protection with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomatic incident that my uncle would have condemned.
The bridge. I thought as much. Those heretics have turned to them. But I had hoped that you might intervene quickly enough to stop them. It is truly regrettable. We have nothing else to do but pray that the Luminous might shield us from their lies.
What's your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Thélème, I can only rejoice. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to... Thanks to your support, more and more believers. The congregation is our most precious ally. That heresy is tolerated.
How is Thélème faring on Tir Freddy?
We built a marvelous city, San Mateus. Did you know that certain historians believe that it might well have been the final resting place of our missionaries there are a multitude. Not a day passes without... Of course, there are certain pockets of resistance. But I am confident that the Ordo Luminous will be... And we have tremendous hopes that the
How goes the conflict with the Bridge Alliance?
Your territory is, alas, the only one that has been spared from the ravages of... We fight on every front. Without great success, one must say. These...
And on Tir Freddy?
To my knowledge, no one has yet seen any serious fight. The Bridge have succeeded in provoking the natives there, and have their hands full keeping them at bay, which leaves us greater latitude to settle peacefully and pursue...
Could you tell me anything about Thélème?
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, we follow the teachings of Mateus, and give thanks each day to the Luminous for... The high dignitaries of Thélème are at the same time our spiritual...
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our... But other, more open-minded. They believe that a less rigid dialectic would attract... But their differences are purely theoretical, and do...
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sade.
Tavern keeper. I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure.
There was indeed a party here last.
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered.
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? Hair down to his neck, light brown.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count.
What kind of damage are we...
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be...
If you can fix it, I'll be obliged. If...
Here you are, to cover your expenses.
Excellent. Honest books makes for honest friendships. Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that from me. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I were you. They're not the tender sorts.
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like a courageous fellow who could down his pint. Anything else?
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. The Malicor and the neighbouring wars of the epidemic. Now that...
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Any idea who I am? Open up, imbeciles! I have a ship to catch!
That vulture of a tavern master was right. It is constant.
It sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
It's not possible just now. It's not possible just now.
He's a noble, a rich man. He needed to be taught a lesson, but it's better we grab some coin. With all those posters we posted, someone with deep pockets will show up sooner or later.
Oi! Where do you think you're going? You're in our territory.
I'm looking for my cousin, and it appears that he is held here against his wishes.
How do you know that?
His voice is one of a kind, gentlemen, and we can hear it in the street. I order you to free him immediately.
I order, is that right? You're not cousins for nothing, you and that other drunkard. If you think all you need to do is come here and give us orders to get what you want...
Looks like we'll need to sharpen our words with our new friends.
I'm afraid so.
Yep, on the boat.
And death to the others!
Ya panjang. Kotak deh. Mau lấy soltar os caras, né? Casa construção. Uma barra aqui. Luvas. Chapéu bandido. Mas logo um goralzinho aqui. Tá pitu. De pitu não, né? Pior. Se ela fala pitu. Pioca. Nunca tô no pior. Animando. Eita, velho gibão bordado. Vamos ver o velho gibão bordado aqui. Como é que eu passo pro lado ali, mano? Como é que eu passo pro lado ali? Olha. Então. É muito forte já. Posso escolher aqui. Resistência elementar, resistência à magia. Deixa eu ver aqui. Esse aqui é mais massa. De luva também. Mais fraco. Ah, mas tem um efeito também, né? A chance de. Chapéu. Tá bandido. Uma paia. Ai, tô batendo sono. Cadê a cruz desse bicho, mano?
Locked. Locked.
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to protect.
Constantine, it's me!
My dear cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fires.
I do what I can. We're departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure. If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, good cousin.
Essa
Now that we
roupa é
stand
dele.
boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's
Então,
worth.
volta pra cá.
There's no one left to pay, Your Highness. The brave Kurt and your cousin have already settled the books.
Really now? What a shame. I would have loved to have seen that. We've nothing left to do then than to board our ship. An adventure awaits us at the end of the street.
Tá tudo equipado, né? Tudo equipado. Com a arma dele. Isso aí. Primeiro tem um estilete enferrujado. E o sábio enferrujado. Beleza, meus parceiros. Apertei já falar. Chave de célula com chantinho, né? Não tinha feito os caras lá fora. Agora vamos pra onde? Opa. Eita. Já abriu. Essa é fora. Não. Depois sai aqui. Ai. Armei essas pelas. Lá embaixo. Ai, ai. Eita. Na primeira e na segunda porta. Só tem isso aí. Ai. Vestido de passamento não alto e vestido de passamento não alto. Segunda mão. Mas tu tem que dar essa voltinha, né? Ai, ai. Essa é uma mulher, Flávia.
Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of
E esse é amigo
Jonas's,
de
the
Jonas,
young cabin
o
boy who's
Jonas do
gone
mês que
missing.
desapareceu.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your
Sim,
captain
você
asked
tá
me to go
falando
and
dele
find
para
Happy to hear
encontrar.
he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for him?
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink and...
Did anything seem out of the ordinary?
Maybe a tad troubled.
Why would that be?
Why? I haven't the faintest...
What does Jonas do in his free time?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half, and when evening comes, we usually go down the tap.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemy?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has...
I don't know where to start with this. Do you?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I know the itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I called back to him, as you guessed, but...
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and he knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he? I need to be going. Farewell.
Now doing